Welcome to Discover Vietnam, a journey to explore the beauty of the S-shaped country through its regions, its cuisine, and its people's stories. Today, let's discover the top 5 dishes that many diners find creepy, yet they are true culinary gems of Vietnam. Number 1, Tiet Can, coagulated fresh blood, a delicacy or a dare. When it comes to dishes that shock international visitors and even make some Vietnamese hesitate, Tiet Can is always on the list. This traditional dish is both fascinating and controversial, as its main ingredient is nothing other than fresh animal blood. What is Tiet Can? Tiet Can is a dish made from fresh blood, usually from pigs, ducks, or geese, mixed with fish sauce and left to naturally coagulate into a jelly-like form. This blood jelly is then topped with a mixture of minced meat, boiled skin, crushed peanuts, fresh herbs, and fried shallots, creating a dish that is cooling, nutty, and for some, terrifying. What do connoisseurs say about it? For many people in northern Vietnam, especially in rural areas, Tiet Can is considered a delicacy, often served during ancestral worship ceremonies, festivals, or family feasts. They believe the dish is refreshing, delicious, and shows respect for using every part of the animal. Each region also has its own secrets for getting the perfect texture, smooth, not too thick, and without any unpleasant odor. Cuisine, culture, and personal choice. Every dish tells a story, and Tiet Can is no exception. It reflects a frugal lifestyle, the Vietnamese spirit of using every part of what is available, and a bold culinary tradition. But that very same dish, when viewed from a modern public health perspective, raises questions about the trade-off between tradition and health safety. Would you dare to try it? To foreigners, Tiet Can might be an extreme food challenge. To many Vietnamese, it's a nostalgic memory of rural childhood, or perhaps something they would never touch. Have you ever tried Tiet Can? What was your first impression? Share your thoughts with us. Number 2, Dwang Dua, wriggling coconut grubs that challenge the brave. When it comes to Vietnam's most shocking and daring delicacies, Dwang Dua, coconut worms, will either make your mouth water or your skin crawl. What are Dwang Dua? Dwang Dua are the larvae of the red palm weevil, commonly found inside rotting coconut trees. After the adult beetles lay eggs, the larvae grow by boring through the trunk, feeding on the soft core of the tree. This results in fat, white wriggling grubs about 3 to 5 centimeters long, rich, creamy, and constantly squirming. Eating them alive, the ultimate experience. The most famous and controversial way to enjoy Dwang Dua is to eat them alive with fish sauce. The grubs are typically soaked briefly in alcohol to reduce movement, then picked up while still alive, dipped into a bowl of fish sauce with garlic and chili, and eaten whole. The taste is described as rich and creamy, almost like melted butter, but the texture and movement can be a spine-chilling experience for first-timers. More ways to cook than you'd think. If eating live insects isn't your thing, don't worry, Dwang Dua can also be deep-fried, grilled, steamed with sticky rice, made into porridge, or coated in breadcrumbs and fried. Each preparation brings out a different flavor while preserving that unique fatty richness. Not for the faint of heart, to locals in the Mekong Delta, especially in Bến Tre province, Dwang Dua are considered a rare delicacy, sometimes served to honor special guests. However, health experts advise against eating them raw due to the risk of parasitic infection. Proper cooking is recommended for safety. Would you dare to try one? For adventurous eaters, Dwang Dua is a must-try culinary challenge when visiting southern Vietnam. But if you're afraid of bugs, you might want to mentally prepare yourself before facing a chopstick full of squirming grubs dipped in fish sauce. Cuisine is culture, and every dish tells a story. Dwang Dua is not just food. It's a glimpse into the bold spirit and rich tradition of the Mekong Delta. Number 3, field rat meat, a rural delicacy that might surprise you. From rice fields to dining tables, the journey of a rustic dish. In rural regions like Dong Top, Long An, An Giang, Hao Giang, and parts of northern Vietnam such as Hung Yen, Tai Binh, rat meat is nothing new. But hold on, we're not talking about city rats or sewer rats. This is field rat, a clean species living in rice paddies, feeding on grains, running in open fields. They're small, lean, and have firm, tasty meat. Delicious rat dishes, strange at first, but mouth-watering. Depending on the region, rat meat can be cooked in a variety of creative ways. Clay pot roasted rat, smoky aroma, crispy skin, and naturally sweet meat. Stir-fried rat with lemongrass and chili. Spicy, aromatic, and pairs perfectly with hot rice. Braised, steamed with ginger, or simmered in coconut juice. Each recipe offers a unique flavor. Many first-time eaters confuse the taste with chicken or rabbit because field rat meat is white, lean, chewy, and very flavorful. A controversial dish, disgusting, or a cultural gem. For many countryside folks, rat meat recalls hard times when after harvesting season, fat rats became a rich food source. To them, it's more than a dish. It's childhood memories, local culture, and a taste of home. Though controversial, one thing is certain. Field rat meat holds a unique place in Vietnam's rural culinary heritage. Would you dare try it? If you ever visit the countryside during harvest time, don't hesitate to try a bite of freshly grilled rat with salt, lime, and chili. It might surprise you in the best way. Number 4. Silkworm pupa porridge, a unique Vietnamese insect soup. Silkworm pupae, tiny but packed with nutrition. Silkworm pupae are the intermediate stage in the life cycle between silkworm and moth. Though small, they're rich in protein, B vitamins, omega-3, zinc, and iron, making them a nutritious choice for the elderly, children, or people recovering from illness. In Vietnam, especially in the north, silkworm pupae aren't just food. They're a nostalgic dish tied to many childhood memories. Silkworm porridge, strange to hear, addictive to eat. This porridge is made with toasted rice, fried shallots, perilla leaves, Vietnamese coriander, rau ram, and sometimes a bit of scallion or chopped wood ear mushroom. The pupae are briefly boiled, then stir-fried with seasoning before being added to the hot bubbling porridge. The result? A rich, creamy, slightly nutty soup with a distinct flavor you won't find anywhere else. Eating silkworm porridge, facing your fear or discovering flavor. For many first-timers, the sight of the pupae can be unsettling. But if you can look past the appearance, you'll uncover a whole new world of flavor, where insects aren't something to avoid, but rather a natural and valuable ingredient. Not for everyone, but worth trying once in a lifetime. Silkworm porridge isn't a common street food, but you can find it at traditional food stalls, local markets, or old-style eateries in Hanoi, Bac Ninh, and Hung Yen. If you're an adventurous eater looking to discover rare and authentic Vietnamese flavors, don't miss out on this one-of-a-kind insect delicacy. Number 5. Balut, a tasty dish that's hard to look at in Vietnam. Trung Vit Lon balut is not just a familiar food, it's also considered a nutritious delicacy. However, with the image of a partially developed duck embryo, this dish often makes many people, especially foreigners, hesitate at first glance. What is balut? Balut is a duck egg that has been incubated for about 17 to 21 days. When the embryo has developed, but has not yet hatched, the egg is boiled, then served with Vietnamese coriander, rau ram, salt, pepper, lime juice, or shredded ginger. When cracked open, you'll see the yolk, egg white, rich broth, and the young duck, all combining into a special flavor that is rich, fragrant, creamy, and slightly sweet. Why is it called a superfood? Balut contains lots of protein, calcium, iron, and vitamins A, B, and C. Vietnamese people believe it boosts energy, improves blood circulation, and supports digestion. With a cheap price and simple preparation, this is a favorite street food, served from morning to late at night. Why are many people afraid of it? Not everyone can get over the visual shock when they see a small duck fetus in the egg. For many foreigners, and even some Vietnamese, it's a dish that is mentally challenging, even though it tastes surprisingly good and is easy to enjoy once you try. From simple street food to international curiosity, this dish isn't only found in Vietnam, it's also common in the Philippines, also called balut, Cambodia, and Laos. But the Vietnamese version, with its unique combination of herbs and seasoning, is considered the most balanced and flavorful. Have you tried it yet? If you can get past the look, balut might become your next favorite late-night snack. But if you've never tried it before, do you dare? Thank you for following Discover Vietnam. We truly appreciate you spending your time with us to explore the beauty of Vietnam through its food, people, landscapes, and rich history. Our journey is just beginning, and there are so many amazing things still waiting to be discovered together. If you love Vietnam and want to help share its incredible culture with the world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Discover Vietnam so you won't miss our next adventures. Discover Vietnam. Vietnam is more beautiful than you think. Come along and feel it for yourself.